To me, I told them, what's the purpose of knocking at my door? They said they are collecting about $2,500 from each family. I said to them, no, I don't agree with that. I'm not going to give you the money.
Namu Ponn says the men who came to his door made it clear if he didn't cooperate, he'd be killed if he returned to his native Sri Lanka.
This is a very widespread and systematic fundraising campaign that's been underway for about 4 or 5 months here in Toronto.
Joe Becker is with Human Rights Watch. The New York-based organization is active throughout the world.
For every one person that I spoke to about an extortion experience, I heard of another dozen cases where the person was not willing to step forward and be public.
Sri Lanka, just off the southern tip of India, has seen a civil war that has killed tens of thousands. The north and eastern parts of the country are claimed by the Tamil Tigers, the LTTE, who want to establish an independent state.
Pharmacy assistant as well.
Palambalam says the men who came to his door made it clear what they were after.
They don't identify themselves as with the LTTE people.
From Sri Lankan Tamils living abroad to fund its fight for independence. Namu Ponn testified for the report on behalf of the Canadian Democratic League. It's a group that looks into human rights violations towards Sri Lankans. He also says he's a victim of extortion himself, and he joins me now from Toronto. Sir, thanks so much for joining us. Thank you for coming forward. Describe for me your experience and what happened.
Hi, good afternoon. First of all, I am representing the Democratic League of Canada, which is a human rights organization mainly functioning within the diaspora Tamil community in Toronto. And we have a network of our sister organization. They are functioning throughout the Europe and the Western countries. And as a person who lived in Toronto for more than 15 years, recently I was approached and intimidated by the so-called associations which have been representing the LTTE.
So when they approached you, did they threaten you? Were they asking for money? What happened?
Well, they will ask for the money, first of all. When they approached me, they asked for the money. When I refused, they threatened me that, they said basically, you have to wait until you go back to Sri Lanka, you will be punished for it. So in other words, you will be killed by them if I am planning to go back to Sri Lanka, or you will suffer the consequences for it.
Sir, you've come forward with your concerns. I know it wasn't probably an easy decision for you. Are you concerned for your safety now?
Well, very much, yes. But because of the intimidation, the harassment going on, so I have to come out and speak out about it in order to, secure my safety. That's the only way. That's why I decided to come out now.
And I know you also talked to the police about this. I need to bring to your attention something that I know you're aware of, that there are other groups for Tamils living in Canada who have come forward to say that they weren't a part of this investigation, that they don't in some ways believe that this has gone on. How do you respond to them even holding a news conference today and saying, sorry, this didn't happen?
Well, as a Tamil, I have the same aspirations as the other Tamil organization groups who are functioning. I would like to achieve the rights of the Tamil, at the same time the political rights as well as the human rights of the Tamils from the militants group as well as the government of Sri Lanka. As a human rights group, we are very critical of the Sri Lankan government, as well as we are very critical of the militants groups such as the LTTE too. So I know those groups who are functioning or who are organizing the press conference today, they are just the umbrella organization or representative of the LTTE here in Toronto.
Have the police in Toronto taken your concerns seriously? Are they pursuing your allegations?
Well, I hope they are pursuing the allegations, but so far up to now, they were lack of funding and they were unable to do anything. I am, talking about the city police. So I hope they understand the situation. So that's why I am trying to tell you guys, it's the police force need to be educated on this matter.
All right, Mr. Ponn, I want to thank you very much for drawing this attention to our matter, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much, and thanks for the Canadian government and the Canadian public for giving us the opportunity to represent our organization, and thanks for the public to support the 200,000 Tamils who had been, most of them have sought refugee status and who are building their future here in Canada. Thank you.
Good afternoon.